It's Fuck Yeah Friday.
Fuck yeah!
Get ready for some wins.
Welcome to the Be It Till You See It podcast, where we talk about taking messy action, knowing that perfect is boring. I'm Lesley Logan, Pilates instructor and fitness business coach. I've trained thousands of people around the world, and the number one thing I see stopping people from achieving anything is self-doubt. My friends, action brings clarity, and it's the antidote to fear. Each week, my guests will bring bold, executable, intrinsic, and targeted steps that you can use to put yourself first and be it till you see it. It's a practice, not a perfect. Let's get started.
Hello, welcome back to the Be It Till You See It podcast. It is Fuck Yeah Friday, and I'm so excited to share some wins of mine and of yours. Of course, we're going to start off with yours, and what I love about this episode every single Friday is that the people send their wins in, they send them in, and then I release them whenever they come up in the lineup. And so that could be months away from when they actually had the win. And the other day, I got a message from somebody whose win was released on the podcast. And they said, "Oh my God, thank you so much, because I was having a really rough week. And I was kind of wondering, like, what am I doing this for?" And then I was listening to the podcast and I heard my name and my own win. And it reminded me of like what really matters to me. And so thank you, Lori, for sharing that with me, because that's exactly what this whole podcast is supposed to be for. It's to inspire everybody to share their wins with other people, but most importantly, document them, because there are going to be days where you're like, what the fuck is going well for me right now? If you're hearing this voice, it's because, I definitely got a cold on our way back from a trip. And so it is, at the time of this recording, on its way out of my body, which I'm very excited about. But first, now that that's out of the way, let's talk about your wins. So Yasmine Scholten, she is in my round 2 of my Elevate program, which is my mentorship program for teachers. And she wrote, "I never prepare my sessions anymore. I trust myself and work with my clients on their goals and struggles they have on that day. I also encourage them to let me know their struggles and reformer a mat workout to address individual needs for them on the caddy, chairs, and barrels." Yasmine, that is massive. It's such a time saver, and it allows your clients to be in process, and for you as well. Our bodies change every single day, you guys. They change all the time. And it is crazy for us to like put some sort of regimen together and just expect that body to be able to do it that day when we don't know if they slept the night before, if they were in a little minor car accident, like all the different things. I had a client who, like, I prepared her session. She came in, she had a broken arm. Well, session's out the window. So it's so much better when you can be so in touch with the method that you can actually teach their body on that day and really progress them in a great way. So Yasmine, thank you for sharing your win. Okay. I have 2 wins. One, I haven't shared one with you because it's been a bit. We got back from Scotland, of course, and we had to take my dad there. And it was just so fun to see him in a country he's just really, really wanted to go to. And on day 2, to be like so excited and enjoying himself. He's like, "Are you coming back next year? Come back in 2 years? How often are you going to come? Because I want to come again." And I just love that, because sometimes we don't realize the gifts that we can give people just by, listening to a goal that they have and figuring a way to make it happen. So that was so fun to see that happen. And also like it's a really exciting for him to have something to look forward to and to plan for. So I'm just stoked. My other one is this: we are almost completed with our West Coast tour, and we almost didn't do it. We almost, like, back in April or May, almost just decided it was going to be too much work. There was too many obstacles in the way. There was too many reasons to not do it. It was just going to be hard. And there was this like gut instinct in me, like, well, we got to do it though. We just got to do it. And Brad and I were like, well, maybe we just don't do it. And I was like, no, I think we got to do it. We kind of went back and forth, and we committed to doing it. And not only did we do it, we did the biggest tour we've ever done. And we had an amazing sponsor, Thank You Balance Body. And we had some amazing people support with some prizes and some fun stuff. And we had a really great time meeting people in all these different states. We were up all the way up and down California, Oregon, Washington, and then we got to St. George, Utah. We have that left still. So I can't wait, because I love St. George. It's such a cute city. But the win in it is that we didn't let the hard keep us from doing something that we've been wanting to do. We wanted to do it for a really, really long time. In fact, since we finished our first tour in 2019, well, actually it was like January 2020 when we finished, but we were like, we got to do a West Coast tour. And obviously for so many reasons that didn't happen when we wanted to do it, but this would be the first year we could have done it. And we almost didn't do it. And that would have been a big shame because this experience has been wonderful. And the meeting everybody around all that loves Pilates in all these different cities has been so wonderful. And it reminds me of why we do what we do. You know, sometimes whatever your job is, you can get so into the weeds of it, you can forget why you do it. And a tour like this is like reminds me why we do it. So thank you to all of you who've been on the tour so far. It's just been wonderful because you're part of this massive win. We couldn't have done it without you. So thank you. All right. Now, my loves, it's time for you to go document your wins, to go share them where you like to share things, and to encourage your friends to do it as well. I think I told you this a few weeks ago that we have an Elevate member who is doing 52 weeks of FYFing, and all the people in her Friday class all share a win. And I love that because it's like, the world's gonna be a better place when we have something to look forward to on Friday. It's not just the weekend. It's also like, oh, it's the day we celebrate wins. And if you want to celebrate your win on a different day, every day, you can do that as well. Make sure you send them in to us so we can share them here on the podcast. And thank you for listening to Be It Till You See It podcast. I'll see you soon.
That's all I got for this episode of the Be It Till You See It podcast. One thing that would help both myself and future listeners is for you to rate the show and leave a review. And follow or subscribe for free wherever you listen to your podcast. Also, make sure to introduce yourself over at the Be It Pod on Instagram. I would love to know more about you. Share this episode with whoever you think needs to hear it. Help us and others be it till you see it. Have an awesome day.
Be It Till You See It is a production of the Bloom Podcast Network.
It's written, filmed, and recorded by your host, Lesley Logan, and me, Brad Kroll.
It is produced and edited by the epic team at Diseño.
Our theme music is by Ali at Apex Production Music, and our branding by designer and artist Gianfranco Cioffi.
Special thanks to Melissa Solomon for creating our visuals and Semena Velazquez for our transcriptions.
Also to Angelina Herrico for adding all the content to our website, and finally to Meredith Crowell for keeping us all on point and on time.